I am so excited that we have this opportunity to just be able to share what we know and what we learn as entrepreneurs, as moms, as women in business, whatever it is that you're doing. We're in a time where we are growing in entrepreneurship and business and family like never before. And as an entrepreneur, I know one of the things for me is that I can't do everything in my business and in my family all by myself. And so we're bringing the Diamond Entrepreneur series to you because we want to have a work-life balance. We know that it's not going to be perfect, but if we can bring something where we can just be better at it, it's a day-by-day journey to getting better. And so we're excited. Everybody is coming in now. So I'm clicking at the same time, letting everybody in. But we want to welcome you to the series. On tonight, I am excited because we are starting with the concerns about our health. And so tonight we have, our topic is healthy living, and we have some phenomenal speakers that are going to talk to us about healthy living on tonight. And so I'm truly excited about it. I can't wait to learn. My mouse don't want to act right. If y'all want to, you can go ahead. If you're in the Facebook group, it should be live. If you want to be able to go ahead and share that. Yep, I can see it now. So it's available in the Facebook group and also on YouTube if you look for my name, Dorlita Blakely. Now, so it's available in the Facebook group and also on YouTube. All right, I have to mute my other computer. All right, so on tonight, we actually have something great to introduce to you all before we get started with our speakers and have them come up. We actually have an icebreaker on tonight. Also, first, let me introduce Marci, because she's the co-host of this event. We planned this together. Marci Taylor, she is the woman boss behind the podcast, Women Who Boss Up. So I'm excited to do this endeavor with her. It was something that was on both of our hearts as entrepreneurs, to be able to not just bring the information, but to network with other entrepreneurs, business people, women in business. And it's not just for women. It's also any men that you know that need the information, that need tips for work-life balance. They are more than welcome to join us. But for the month of March, what we wanted to do, because this is Women's History Month, we have a panel of women speakers for every night of this event for this month. So we're excited about that. Marci, did you have anything you want to say?
I just want to say welcome to everybody. We are excited. We have some wonderful ladies that's going to be presenting their information today. So hopefully you can be filled with the information they're going to give you, and just make sure you're taking notes.
Awesome. So tonight we have an icebreaker. And so what the icebreaker is just a way for us to kind of get to know each other better. And many times when we go and we network, so everybody is not outspoken. Everybody is not the I can approach you type of person and speak. So we just want to break the ice for the event before we get started with the speakers. So everybody has an opportunity, not just to get to know the speakers and find out more about them, but find out more about each other. And so what we're going to do is we are going to put you into breakout rooms. And we're going to have 2 people in the breakout rooms. You will have 5 minutes in this breakout room. So you can introduce yourself to begin with, but the 5 minutes is each person will have 2 minutes to tell the other person about themselves. So you can introduce yourself, what you do, why you do it, whatever it is that comes out for you. You have 2 minutes to do that. And then when that 5 minutes is over, we're going to come back together and we're going to spend about 15 minutes where we're going to have somebody come on up. And what you're going to do is you're going to just pitch the person. You're going to pitch the person that you talk to. You're not going to pitch yourself. You're going to pitch the person that you were in the room with. And so if you can pitch that person with finding out some information about them in 2 minutes, then for yourself when it comes time for you to pitch. I've been in those rooms where you get 60 seconds to pitch yourself and your business. So can you pitch not only yourself, but someone else in 60 seconds? Anybody excited about that? So, and don't feel free to put any questions that you have, any comments, any suggestions. Feel free to put all of that in the chat as well as we go into it. So if everybody is ready, you will not know who you're going to be in the room with. So you'll find out when you click into the breakout room. So 5 minutes, and then I will bring everybody back. All right. Thumbs up if you are ready. Awesome. Here we go. So I know that we're still streaming live, so everyone else is in their breakout room. So it's just me here, counting down their 5 minutes. I'm excited to see what they all will be able to do with the people that they have, that they're getting to know. So this is exciting. It may be quiet for a few minutes because I don't have a whole lot to share before they get back. If you're on with us on live on Facebook or you're on YouTube, feel free to go ahead and hit the share button. So I'm going to share. I'm going to share the link on my page. All right, cool. I can just share that. So if anybody wants to watch the event, it is being streamed live on my YouTube. And I've just posted that on my Facebook, so you can actually go and share it. Awesome. Is the 5 minutes up? They've got 2 minutes. Hello to those that are coming in. All right, they got 53 seconds before their rooms close. And they have to come back to the session. So for those that are coming in, we were doing an icebreaker. We're still starting. They got 5 minutes in a breakout room to get to know each other. Awesome. Is everybody back? Yep, I think so. All right, 10 seconds for everybody to get back. All right, all rooms are back. Everybody is back. So we're going to start. I'm going to let Marla go first since she was actually in the room by herself. She's going to pitch herself, so she'll give you a taste of what it is to pitch. All right, so I'm gonna put Marla up. And Marla, unmute. All right, hold on. I gotta get Marla unmuted. There you go.
Thank you. So my name is Marla Godette. I am a mental health professional. I do professional development and transformational trainings for organizations and companies. I am a life purpose coach, and I also am a UC Berkeley certified leadership diversity coach. I don't know what else to say because I'm pitching me. That's who I am. I am all things mental health and mental wellness.
Awesome. Thank you, Marla.
Absolutely.
That was amazing. All right. So you know what it is to pitch? You've got 60 seconds. 60 seconds. So you can start by raise a hand who wants to go first, or do you want me to just call on somebody? All right, I got Tia. Hold on. Let me unmute you. My little mouse just don't want to cooperate. All right. You can unmute.
Yeah, don't let me get it out the way.
Go.
So I was paired up with the amazing Rayne Adams. Rayne Adams is a coach. She is also a former reality TV celebrity and had the opportunity to work and be coached by the one and only Iyanla Vanzant. I am having a fangirl moment. Yes, see, y'all feel me. She is a mother. She has 3 children. She's been a coach since 2002. She is all about all things healing, holistic healing, coming from the inside out, spiritual, all the way. She says she's coming for your soul, just like Auntie Iyanla, okay? So Rayne Adams, everybody, that's Rayne Adams. Woo!
Woo! Awesome, Rayne Adams. All right,
Yes.
now.
I need to get with her.
Right. All right, so anybody want to go next? Let me see. Let me change my view so I can see who raised their hand. Who's up next? All right, we got Yolanda Scott. Let me unmute you. There you go. And we're going to bring you up to the spotlight.
All right. I was introduced to Tiwana Perry from South Bend, Indiana. She is ready to boss up. And she is in the process of starting her business, Love Logic Life. She is beginning to focus on the field of personal coaching and IT training.
Awesome.
And that is Tijuana Perry.
Tawana Perry. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I saw Ramal's hand next, so I will unmute you and bring you up to the spot.
Hi. Hey, everybody. I actually met with Tanisha Pruitt. Tanisha is in property management, and she has an amazing daughter that loves to do things entrepreneurship. Tanisha loves to read, and she goes to Sweet Home, but she's really interested in learning more about entrepreneurship to help her her daughter. I think she's 11. So that's really why she's just wanting to learn as much as she can so her daughter can excel in entrepreneurship.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ramal. Anybody next? All right, Regina Fleming. Hold on, let me find your name in here. All right, unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be here tonight. I had the opportunity to speak with the fabulous Marci Taylor from WSMK Radio. Marci has been been with the WSMK for 20 years. She's now a general manager. And last year, she began a podcast for women who boss up and who handle their business. And Marci said the reason she wanted to do that is because there were so many phenomenal women out here doing their thing, and she just thought that their stories should be told. So my hat is off to you, Marci. Thank you so much for giving us that platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right, who wants to go next?
To see myself on this thing.
Or y'all want me to just call somebody that hasn't gone? Oh, I see a couple of hands. All right. Rayne, and then Marci, and then Tawana. Okay. Rayne.
Sorry, some of y'all in here already know about Jayla, my granddaughter. She is a mess. But hi, I had a wonderful meeting with the great Tia. Right now, I'm nervous and I have issues with my recall. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I've been following her and I'm a fan. I know that she is the mother of 3, a wife. She has a wonderful husband. They met over chicken. And also too, her business, she's a doula. And I think that's really wonderful. We need more of that in our lives as the brown women. And also she's a nurse. And she's a coach, and she's all about health and wellness, and she's also about healing from the inside out. And I just think she's amazing. And not only that, she is a walking, living, breathing miracle.
Amen to that. Awesome. Thank you. Marci.
I'll go last. You can go ahead and do Tijuana, or you said there was someone else.
So Tawana. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to go back to my other screen so I can see everybody.
Hello, everyone. I am Tijuana, and I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Yolanda. Miss Yolanda is the owner and founder of Womenpreneurs Breaking LLC. She does life and clarity coaching. She is the mother of 3 children, 13 grandchildren. She's been married for 24 years, but has been with her husband a total of 30 years. She's originally from Niles, Michigan, but she has started her business here in South Bend, Indiana.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Only hand I see is yours, Marci.
Okay, I have the pleasure of introducing Regina Fleming. She is a new 5 months in as an independent full service insurance agent. So they do all things insurance traditional, medical, life, annuities. So basically, she's educating you on the benefits of insurance.
That was good. Marci, that's that radio voice. All right. So do I have any more hands? None? All right. So I will go. But I wasn't in. Oh, Tanisha Pruitt. Okay. All right. I'll let you go. Unmute.
Am I on there? Okay. Hello, ladies. I was sitting here trying to say, now, how do I raise my hand? I seen a hand on the screen I'm tapping on and it wasn't doing anything. But my name is Tanisha Pruitt, and I had the privilege of speaking with Ramel, and it was a great conversation. It's funny because I remember her growing up under me. I'm a lot older than she is, so just to see her in all her glory was really great. She's the owner of Bright Beginning Daycare, and she also works for different organizations, different companies, CFOs, helping them get their financial status, their financial papers, whatever they need to do to get their finances in order so that they can become a prosperous corporation. She is the mother of 2, and for her self-care, she likes to get away on vacations, on trips, even if it's just for the weekend, just to spend some alone time recollecting her thoughts so she can become more powerful for the next week. And that is Ramel Taylor.
Awesome. Awesome. Look, I'm going to give all snaps to everybody, okay? Did I miss anyone that was in a breakout room? All right. Well, I am going to go since I am the last one and I'm hosting. I am Dorlita Blakely. I am in IT. I work in IT. So my business, I have several. I have Hidden in God, which is my ministry. I have a store for that. I have eLab Apps, which is a place where we build mobile apps for users without using code, and also allow them to build their own apps without using code. You also can do all of the things that you need to do for your website. So you can purchase your domain name, you can purchase your hosting, you can purchase business email, and so much more. And also, I am the owner of Dorlita Blakely Creative Brand and Consulting. And so what I do with that is I consult businesses and brands on how to use IT technology in their business. So whether it be building a website, be it branding, graphic design, whether you need the tools to be able to live stream for your business, or whether you need social media management, you need help with how to do your social media, schedule your social media, or you want someone to do it for you. That is what I do in my business. I also have my own store. So I create all of my own apparel, and I also do that for other businesses, whether it be shirt apparel, whether it be mugs, whether it be, I just finished doing a logo rug for a business. So I'm really excited about that. But whatever your needs are, that is what I do in my business. So that is me in hopefully less than 60 seconds. All right. All right. So here is the exciting part. We are excited. Oh, who didn't? Hello, we didn't go. Katrina Baker and Sanita Sharice. Okay. One or the other first. I am going, since Katrina Baker's name is first, I am going to put you up.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Hi there. I am Katrina Baker. I had the opportunity of speaking with Sanita Sharice. She is originally from California. She's an amazing woman. She has several businesses. She has been in South Bend for 20 years. She is a wife, a mother, a radio personality, and a grandmother of one lovely little boy. She also works for a radio personality as Mix 106. She's an event planner with parties, events, weddings. She also has a boutique and another business of Ocean of Opportunity. Her husband also is a barber here at Curtrageous, and she has a lot going on for her, and she is definitely a boss lady.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Katrina. All right. Sanita, you can unmute.
Awesome. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So I have the pleasure of speaking with Katrina Baker. She is awesome, in school to be a social worker, and she actually is the manager to several different businesses. Her husband's maintaining her husband who does TNT improvements. He does all kind of home improvements, and her daughter who actually has her own vegan cosmetic line, Culture with the K, and she also does tutoring services. She just did a sponsorship for some youth, teaching them about Freedom Fridays for the whole month of February. She also has a nonprofit she's going to be starting called Outlets, where she will be an outlet for the youth. They can come and get any kind of help they need with tools, be confident, get some self-esteem, some counseling, spiritual and mental help. And this is a baby of hers. She's been working it for years, but now she's ready to bring it to fruition. Katrina Baker is definitely ready to boss up and get some things done.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is a group of wonderful and phenomenal women. I am excited about this. I'm excited about everybody that is here. So the good part, the meat of this event is we have two speakers. I'm going to let Marci introduce our first speaker as she gets ready to come to the stage. You gotta unmute.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I thought I was introducing the second speaker. Let me pull that up real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to welcome to you all Tia Mack Rouse. She is a nurse, lifestyle and wellness coach, doula, mentor, and inspirational influencer. She has made a commitment to bring awareness to women's health and wellness, encouraging them to take time out for themselves, put themselves at the top of the list, and activating the power of God that lives in all of us. She uses her education, experience, and testimony to assist women in recognizing their own strength, power, and purpose, from spiritual and emotional healing to physical and mental wellness. Tia has committed to serving women of all ages and creating a safe space to get women healthy, active, and healed. I introduce to you Tia Mack Rouse.
Hey y'all, hello. Hey everybody, it's definitely an honor to be here. I don't take the thought and the invitation lightly or for granted at all. It's really good to be back doing speaking events and speaking engagements and interacting and networking with my fellow sisters and fellow women. Because everybody knows 2020 was something. So to be in 2021 and all of us thriving and all of us getting back to, I'm not gonna say getting back to life, but we're creating new lives and new normals and new patterns, and there is a desperate need for healing right now, especially in all of the world. So I don't ever want to sound like I'm just only including Black women when I say that, but I know who I'm supposed to be speaking to, and I know where my gift is supposed to pour into. And God may send all kind of women, but I am passionate about helping Black women and helping Black women heal. And there is an urgency right now, even a spiritual urgency for us to heal in ways that we've never healed before. So thank you, Miss Dorlita Blakely and Marci, for thinking of me and having me on here on the kickoff of the Women's Entrepreneur Series. we are talking about holistic wellness. That is my understanding of what y'all want me to talk about today. Why y'all got me here? That's what I gather. So that has always been my focus. That has always been ever since I started TMAC Fitness, my fitness business and everything. I always started it, and I always said that it was going to be a mind, body, and spiritual program. I was always concerned about the mental, spiritual, and physical health of women. And I don't think I knew that it was going to turn into what it is now then, but that's just how God works. So when I say holistic wellness, a lot of times people misunderstand the word holistic. The word holistic is it means as a whole. I actually looked up the medical term for it. It's characterized by the treatment of the whole person, taking into account mental and social factors rather than just the symptoms of a disease. Wellness, yes, wellness is the state of being in good health, the state of being well. So holistic wellness, it for me, it is total health, total wellness. It's not just making sure you're well physically, making sure you're only focusing on your mental health and neglecting your physical health, and also your spiritual health too. That's important. A lot of people don't consider that when you think of wellness, but you need to be spiritually well too. You need to know where your help comes from at the end of the day. So for me, my business took a turn from just focusing on, I started out as a nurse, and then my entrepreneur journey started out with the fitness business, and it took a turn from helping people lose weight for physical reasons, for cosmetic reasons, and just for the wanting to be pretty or wanting to have a big booty or a small waist. And it took a turn from that. And as I started to really see the mindsets and the patterns of people and just the superficial things that we were scratching at, as opposed to what really, really needed to happen, and what really needed to happen for long-term success and long-term completion of your goals, is you have to have a total mindset shift. You cannot enter into any diet or lifestyle change without having your mindset ready. And in order to do that, sometimes you have to tweak some things, because obviously the reason that you get into the physical and health issues that you get into, it started from somewhere. It started from some unhealthy habits, toxic behaviors, whatever it may be. So for me, now my focus is helping people with holistic wellness. And I've been blessed to be able to work in so many different areas, from being a doula, being a nurse, being a coach and fitness trainer and all of that, to now I can look at the person as a whole. I can look at a woman medically. And I worked in women's health for 5 years. I worked with the one and only Dr. Carlton Lyons, who is one of the best in the nation. So I learned so much from him on physical wellness and physical health of women, and different various diseases and disorders and things that they go through, to working on the fitness side of it, to looking at what is driving these women to want to lose weight. There's always something driving it. It might be, for health reasons. It might be because you're trying to hurry up and get skinny for a vacation or your birthday. That's when they would usually call me like 2 weeks before and say, I need you to help me lose, and that's why I had to stop. Y'all know that y'all ain't gonna worry me. But also understanding that it's the mindset. And when you look at a woman and you want to look at people and you want to help them heal, the things that I've learned with my own personal experience, and I am not ashamed to share my testimony with people. This isn't where I'm about to share it, but y'all, anybody that knows me knows it. But everything that I went through in my own personal journey, everything that God took me through, was to help me learn and expose me to different various forms of healing, and how the mind, the body, and spirit play a role in everything that you do. So you can't focus on one area and neglect the other and think that everything is going to be okay, because there's going to be a deficit in some area. So now looking forward and helping women heal in the direction that I know God is taking my life, is looking at wellness versus illness. Okay. Mentally, mental illness, you have, and I know my sis Marla gonna touch on all of that. So I'm going to be brief on that subject. But mental illness, you have depression, you have anxiety, you have personality disorders, you have poor mental health, you have generational trauma, you have, poor concentration, you have insomnia, we have these kids with ADHD and all of these different things. That is illness of the mind. Something is off in the mind. Body, we have so many people that are dealing with hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, all of these various different illnesses that people deal with. Obesity, we have weakened immune systems, autoimmune disorders and things that are starting to spike up. We have eating disorders, like I said, and that not only means just anorexia and bulimia, that also is in reference to obesity as well. That's an eating disorder. These are physical aspects, but you can't address one without addressing the other. Physically, somebody that is dealing with anorexia or bulimia, they're dealing with some sort of dissociation disorder. They're dealing with, they don't like what they see when they look at themselves in the mirror. So they want to change how they look physically because of mentally something is off. Spiritually, spiritual illness, we have people with lack of hope, lack of faith. That's an illness. That's a deficit. If you don't have anything to believe in and you have no hope, that's a terrible place to be. If you don't understand that there is somebody bigger than us that's orchestrating all of this, that's behind the scenes, making sure everything is the way it is, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, that's an illness. You can't be out here uncovered. You can't be out here just believing anything. So when you look at all of those factors, you really can't address weight loss without addressing what the trigger is. You can't address weight loss without addressing, okay, do you have all these other disorders? Do you have hypertension? Do you have heart disease? Do you have diabetes? Okay, you have all of these things. Well, sometimes that attacks your mind. People begin to deal with depression. They deal with anxiety. All of these things are interconnected. So for me, it is impossible for me to even think that I can scratch the surface of one area without all of these areas being addressed. When you look at patients that go to the doctor, they go to the doctor and the doctors, and this is not against healthcare or anything because I'm a nurse, but I'm a nurse because I know what I'm supposed to be doing as a nurse. You look at a patient that goes to the doctor looks at their symptoms, they write those symptoms down, and they treat you based off of the symptoms. Now, somebody that is dealing with diabetes and they have uncontrolled diabetes because they don't have the money to, they don't look at the fact that they don't have the money to get their insulin, or they don't have the means to get their insurance taken care of, or whatever the case may be. They don't look at the social factors. They don't look at what are their economic situation? What is that? Well, all of these things play a role. They don't look at their spiritual background. A lot of people are dealing with generational trauma. A lot of people are dealing with generational curses. A lot of people are dealing with inherited behaviors and toxic patterns that were passed down because their parents didn't know. All of these things play a role when you want to talk about healing and becoming well. You can't address one without addressing the other. So everything that I went through with my body and watching God heal me and telling me what I needed to do to heal, I had a mass the size of a softball that came out of nowhere. They thought I had cancer or lymphoma just 6 months ago. There is no way that I went through all of that and God to show me what you're carrying is not just physical. There's some stuff that has to come out of you. There is some stuff that is in you that I didn't put in you, that you didn't ask for. There are some things that you've endured. There's some things that you've forgotten and suppressed because our brains are amazing. Our brains will hide things from us just to protect us from our memories. But everything that we endure, everything that we go through, all of our emotions, all of the things all of the memories, we digest those just like food. Those are in our DNA. So there's no way that you can think that that's not connected to what you're going through. I was dealing with stomach issues, H. pylori. I had a ulcer that was eating my stomach lining that turned and then eventually turned into a mass. my coach worked with me and she let me know I was digesting things, memories that I couldn't handle. My body physically couldn't handle it. So everything that I went through physically, all of the healing that I had to do, all of the things that I had to look at, and I didn't just look at what I was eating. I looked at the way I managed my stress. I looked at the way that I was triggered by certain family members. I looked at the way that I was being attacked by people that were supposed to love me and how that was causing me to fall into depression. I looked at all of those things and God said, you have to pluck all of that if you want to be well. All of that. It's not just what you eat. You have to deal with those things that you've been holding on to for years. We got to deal with that too. Because guess what? Anything that causes dis-ease in the body causes disease in the body. So a lot of the physical things that you all are dealing with, that people are dealing with, that they want to say well, I'm just going to take this blood pressure medication and I'm just going to take this heart pill and these hydrochlorothiazide and get this water pill and all of that. And I'm dealing with heart disease, but let's not think about the fact that they have been dealing with a broken heart, or they've been holding on to grief or resentment or unforgiveness or bitterness or all of those things that they've been literally holding on to, some people since they were a child. Emotional, broken heart. A lot of people, when you hear about people that are married for a whole bunch of like hundreds of years, and then one of the partners dies, the other one dies immediately after, broken heart syndrome, that's real, that's emotional. So we have emotional trauma that is physically manifesting itself. I am living proof of that. So everything that I had to go through for my healing, it was spiritual. God got me by myself. God took me through my Job season. He took everything from me, everything that I thought was the most important, my looks, my figure, my business, everything that I had got snatched from me. Because he wanted me to see me like he saw me. And when I saw me how he saw me, then I was able to heal from everything that everybody else did to me. Then by the time I got to the hospital and they took the mask out, they told me, oh, you're going to have to be on medication. There's a 50% chance of anybody that has a surgery this major. The way you presented as a middle-aged man. They said, there's no way that you can think that that you're not going to be on medication and you're going to be okay. They told me I have a 50% chance of having to have a repeat surgery if I don't do something about it. I'm standing here on March 2nd, 2021. I haven't had not 1 ounce of medication. I feel absolutely 100% okay. I am healed. I have gained all of my weight back. I can eat what I want to eat. I can do what I want because I had to let the hurt go. I had to let the bitterness go. I had to let the unforgiveness go. I had to let some of those patterns go. I had to let the way that I was managing my stress go because it was literally, physically eating me alive. So there's no way that God is going to allow me to continue training people physically and help them lose their stomachs when we need to get to the root of the issue anyway. Y'all listen. Wellness versus illness. You will either invest in your wellness or you will invest in your illness in some way or another. It is time for us to heal, especially as Black women. It is time for us to heal. It's time for us to heal. So what you're dealing with physically, it's time to start tracing back emotionally and mentally and spiritually, and then connecting all of the dots. So you can start getting answers. And once you have answers, then you can acknowledge, and then you can move forward with your healing process. I don't know why God chose me to do this, because this is not what anyone really wants to do right now. It's easy when you do nails, you make people's, they feel pretty. When you're an esthetician or you sell clothes, people feel good. Or you do hair, they feel good when they come to you. And yes, when people leave me, they feel good, but getting to me is the hard part. Getting to Marla, that's the hard part, but that's the most important work that you can do is take care of yourself, because nobody is going to come save you. Nobody's going to do the work for you. Nobody's going to get on the treadmill for you. Nobody's going to go to therapy for you. Nobody's going to have to take the medications for you. No one's going to save you but you. So I don't know even how much time I have left to talk, but that, Miss Dorlita, that is what I have to say. And I am excited for this season because he is literally pushing forth the women, especially Black women. He is pushing forth. He's rising up a whole multitude of leaders, of spiritual women, of healers, of counselors, of people that are out here doing the work so that we can help other people do the work. So I encourage you guys to look at the whole woman, look at your whole situation, holistic wellness. It's not just about weight loss. It's not just about just one thing, it's about everything. You have to focus on everything in order to fully live the life of purpose that you're destined to live, because somebody's waiting on you to do what you got to do. Somebody's waiting on you to come out so you can tell them, okay, come on, I did it. I've been there. I know it hurts. I know you don't want to get on the I know you don't want to, but come on. I know you can do it because I did it. And that is exactly what I'm doing with my coaching. I don't know who I'm supposed to reach, but I'm going to reach all the women that God sends to me. Everybody that's assigned to me, whether they want it or not, they're not going to pass me by. They're not going to miss me. So I pray for each and every one of you that this touched you in some way. I hope it opened up some eyes, but it's about the woman as a whole. It is about us as a whole. We have to learn how to take care of ourselves. We have to learn how to put ourselves on the list, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And that's all I got to say.
Look, amen. You took me to church over here.
I almost went myself. I wasn't planning on it.
Look, and you still, you have 3 minutes. So we can take that after your speech. We want to have at least we slotted for 10 minutes worth of questions and answers. So ladies, if you have a question for Miss Tia, please raise your hand and I will unmute you and you can ask Tia your question. Marla. All right.
Thank you, sister. I love you.
I love you too.
Tia, what do you recommend someone do when they go? So it's like people are saying, you know what, she's right. I got to get mind, spirit, and body. So I'm going to go have a physical. Mm-hmm. What do you recommend they get done? Like, is it a blood panel? Is it like, I want to start from scratch? What should they be asking and looking for? Because, you know, people have a physical, they'll be like, oh, your blood pressure, check, cholesterol, go take some vitamins and that'll be it. Right. But I think it needs to be deeper than that.
Absolutely. Especially always, I definitely recommend women stay on top of their gynecological visits. That is so important. You can definitely want to get a physical, but sometimes a lot of the blood work and blood panel work can be done by a gynecologist. Black women have extremely high numbers of low vitamin D levels because we're not out in the sun, especially in the wintertime, and low vitamin D can affect everything. So when you're tired and fatigued, a lot of times people think it's thyroid issues. It's really that your vitamin D is low. So you want to make sure if you're getting blood work done, as having a CBC, which is a complete blood count, that will test your white count, that tests your red blood count, that's your platelets and all of that. So if there's any blood issues going on, you will be able to notice it there. A comprehensive panel is not necessarily as important, but you want to get your lipids checked. Lipids checked is your cholesterol. So that's important to know, especially if you're dealing with any heart issues or if you live a sedentary lifestyle. You don't necessarily have to be overweight or obese to have high cholesterol. Just because people are skinny doesn't mean that they're healthy. So lipid panels and CBC, vitamin D, again, for women, vitamin D levels are typically always low. Having a TSH, which is a thyroid stimulating hormone. A lot of women deal with low thyroid issues. So getting those things checked, if you're going to get blood work done, those I highly recommend because a lot of times those numbers are off. And we attribute some of the things that we deal with, oh, I'm just tired, or oh, this or oh, that, and it could be something actually wrong. But when you're getting these things done, you need to make sure that you understand what it's for. A lot of times, people go to the doctor and they get blood work. They are on a bunch of medications. They don't know what the blood work is. They don't know what the medication's for. They don't have a list. They don't know. So you want to make sure that when you are going to the doctor, that you are paying attention, that you're asking questions, that you're educating yourself. If the doctor tells you you have a high blood pressure and you need to take metoprolol, then you need to educate yourself on hypertension, and you need to educate yourself on the medication. And you don't have to be a nurse or you have to be medical or anything like that, but it's still in however you learn, you need to learn about what it is they're telling you that you have, because unfortunately, there are a lot of healthcare disparities, and there are a lot of doctors that are just passing out medications to people and not really treating things, and they're misdiagnosing things and they're missing things. And unfortunately, they tend to not listen to Black women as much. They think we don't know anything. They think we could just be talking. When you're dealing with chronic pain, things like that, they disregard. So being an advocate for yourself when you go to the doctor, making sure that you stand firm. If you know for a fact you don't want X, Y, and Z, and they're trying to give you X, Y, and Z, advocate for yourself. You have a right. You can't just always take what the doctor just tells you. So if you do get blood work, those things are great to get. Like I said, a gynecological exam. A lot of times people deal with cycle issues. There's a lot of things that, people just don't know, and they just take a bunch of birth control pills, or they take whatever hormones or whatever, and they have no idea what's actually being treated. They don't know what they're really being diagnosed with. So having an understanding is important, but make sure you go to the doctor. Don't ignore, this has been hurting for 3 months and I've been having chest pain for 3 months. Don't ignore that. Go to the doctor. Go get checked out. Don't just ignore things, because then that leads to other things being wrong. So, but definitely stay on top of your healthcare. If you're over 50, they recommend you having a colonoscopy. Highly recommend you having a colonoscopy, because there's no way to really tell if you have polyps. People have polyps all the time. Polyps can lead to cancer. So I really want to dive deeper with people on helping them understand various parts of the body and how they work, and what you should be looking for, because you don't want to just get there and then they tell you, okay, you have all this and all of that, and then give you all these pills, and then you get home and you don't even know what half of it is. So staying on top of your own personal health care is very important, because it's easy to fall through the cracks. It's easy to get misdiagnosed. It's easy to get missed. And if you're not paying attention, it's easy to get bamboozled. No shade to doctors, but it's real. There are some out there that don't have our best interests at heart. I think, Yolanda?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm like ready to pass the offering tray around here. That was like double awesome.
Thank you.
And it's like a passion of mine. My bestie Marci makes me go exercising, so I know the push. But my thought is about the ministry, because I'm all about women in ministry. And it seemed as though in this time and age that all the women are unhealthy. There's an issue. I see women bring out bags and bags of medicine, and we have made that our soul. So how can we put this information inside the ministry? Because a lot of people don't even go out and evangelize anymore, because they have the bad hip, the bad leg, the bad, the bad everything. So how can we get it in the ministry, and also encourage the ministry leader to also help you push it in the ministry, to encourage not only the women, but also the men, but my passion is women.
I wish I had an answer for you, because I've been wondering the same thing for years. I definitely think it's important to have health fairs. different church events. If they're not leaving outside the ministry, then if they're not on social media or they're not, because a lot of this stuff isn't going to be in doctor's offices and it's not readily available for. I don't know many people that especially when it comes to like the healthcare that are really pushing it. I don't really know many people. So what's up, your church? What y'all need me to do? What y'all trying to have health fair? I mean, I don't know many people that are doing it, but I know that I'm passionate about it and that it is important for me. I definitely in ministry, but I'm gonna keep it real. So a lot of them people in ministry need to heal, because a lot of people in ministry are broken and they're just hiding it and they're masking it, doing all of the ministry work, but they're not really doing the inner work and healing. So some people, that's all I gotta say about that. We gotta heal. We gotta address all areas. We can't just push and condemn people for their choices and all of that when gluttony is just as big a sin as the next, if you want to get technical. So, it's really going to be, I think, a lot of ministries. There are some very, very real down to earth ministries, but a lot of people have to just be authentic and keep it real and say, yeah, maybe we don't need to go to Golden Corral after service. Maybe we all need to go walking, changing habits. Somebody has to be the spark that lights the flame. And yeah, that's all I got.
Look, if we need a health fair, Hidden in God is open. I don't know it all, but that's my nonprofit ministry. I'm open to doing that in ministry if that's something you want to collaborate on. Is a health fair, because I need some healthy too. I'm trying to get them.
We all are. Look.
All right. Any more questions for Tia? We got like 2 more minutes of questions. If not, Tia, you want to share your contact information? I've also dropped it somewhere up in the chat. I will put it in again, but go ahead and let them know how they can contact you for any needs that they have.
Absolutely. You can find me on Facebook. I'm always hanging out there somewhere. You can find me at Tia Mac Experience. That is my business page. I have a Instagram page. I'm Coach Tia Mac on Instagram. If you want to email me, then you can email me. It's still Tia Mac Fitness, but it's Tia Mac Fitness at Gmail. And then I have a podcast, Tia Mac Experience. I'm uploading things there. There's information there. But I'm usually not too hard to find. You usually scope me out somewhere online on these internet streets, trying to change a life or two.
Awesome. And I've also dropped it in the chat again. So for anybody that wants to get in contact with her, look, let her preach and teach your soul good, because it starts in the soul. We got to get it down in the soul and look. So her information is there. Thank you so much, Tia.
Thank you for having
I'm telling you,
me.
we have learned. So look, when she said take you to church, the Trey, drop your Cash App in the chat if you want to drop it in there. Anybody that wants to bless her in any kind of way, go ahead and do that, because she did take us to church on today. All right. And it is important for it to get into the church. So that is something that we need to consider. And we as phenomenal women, if we put our heads together, I'm sure we can come up with a solution and a way. It just takes us to do it. We don't have to do it alone. But it takes us as a village and as a community to be able to do that. All right. So thank you. We truly appreciate you. I hope you're sticking around for this next awesome woman that is
I can't
coming
meet my
up.
friends. What? I love me some Marla now.
Look, all right. So we're going to get her slide up, and I am going to let Marci go ahead and introduce our next speaker. I can't wait for this one as well.
Exactly. I'm excited. And Tia, I want to thank you once again for providing us with this great health information. I was taking notes. I want to stay on top of my fitness goals. So I'm going to be an advocate for myself. I'm going to be a change agent. And I just need to look, not just at the body or the mind. I need to look at the body, mind, and soul. And I thank you for just giving us that information. So as I go in to introduce Marla Godette, she earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Michigan.
Go blue.
Huh?
Go blue.
Go yellow. Where she took on a trifold concentration and studied anthropology, sociology, and psychology. She went on to earn her master's degree in counseling from Central Michigan University. Marla is currently embracing her passions of working with and learning from people of all ethnicities, cultures, and backgrounds by pursuing her doctorate degree in global leadership through Indiana Tech in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Marla provides professional development and training to organizations. She is an adjunct professor, an international conference speaker and presenter, a certified life purpose coach, a UC Berkeley certified global inclusivity leader, a keynote speaker, and has become a sought-after implicit bias educator. Marla's life purpose is to destroy the stigma associated with mental illness on a global level, especially in a community identifying as Black, African American, and American descendants of slaves. Ladies, I present to you Marla Godette.
Hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Let me start with Tiwana Perry said somebody is waiting on me. When Tia was talking about, you have to do what you need to do because somebody is tied to you. And I looked right up here at my whiteboard, a quote I have from Tyler Perry, Tiwana. It says, other people's lives are tied to your dreams being manifested. Okay? Keep that in your heart. And then Tia said, what about these habits? Like you got to change your habits too. And I looked right up again. Dr. Miles Monroe said, we don't decide our future. Our habits decide our future. Hold that one for sure. We don't decide our future. Our habits decide our future. If I eat Cheetos all day long, well, that's a habit that's going to decide some things, right? If I watch TV and movies all day, that's a habit that's going to decide some things. So I'm just like, woo, Tia, how do I follow a queen like that? When I asked the question about the blood and blood work and you having a physical and you doing all these things that, are necessary, she talked about vitamin D and the thyroid and iron and blood pressure and these are all things that I ask people when they come for a counseling session or a personal coaching session, whatever it is, because you might be tired and exhausted and feeling mentally fatigued because you got hypothyroidism. It ain't really nothing emotionally wrong with you. You need to go get your body checked. But I ask, when she talked about the social issues, I always talk about my doctor because I'm a drama queen and my cousin had a blood clot in her leg. And I was like, oh, I've been traveling. I got a blood clot because my leg was hurting. And I ran to the doctor. I was like, doctor, I got a blood clot. He was like, no, you don't, but just sit down. And I said, no, really, something's wrong with my leg. And so he said, what have you been doing? I said, I don't know. He said, you just said you went somewhere. What have you been doing? And, he sat down and he said, Marla, just tell me the story. He took the time to listen to me literally talk about, and this was a year I had a lot of travel, and when I went here and I did this, and he said, oh, what were you doing there? What'd you eat? What was this? What was that? I mean, we were in there for the longest, and I'm like, doctor, I got a blood clot. He's like, no, you don't. Tell me what else happened. All the time, then he's measuring my legs, feeling my legs, steady talking, but listening to that social history, right? Where you've been, what you've been doing. Make these doctors listen. The average medical appointment is 7 minutes, 4 minutes if you use Medicaid insurance. You have to make them listen. Well, if you don't know the questions to ask, or if you're intimidated by the language, Rayne put in the chat that she knows she has some issues, so she takes someone with her. Have support. It's okay. Here's going to another thing. Quit hiding every doggone thing. You ain't got to tell everybody all your business, but you need to tell somebody something. And if you need support, ask for it. Go get it. Somebody will go with you. So it's very important that we talked about that. Tia talked about the sin of gluttony. Tia, my brother's a preacher in Birmingham, Alabama. When he spoke many, many years ago, a series, as he calls it, I'm going to do a series on gluttony, them people's about ready to leave the church. They don't want to hear nothing about giving up that food. Or when he was talking about you keep getting the prayer line for diabetes, and then, we got all this cake and cookies and stuff after church. We can't do that. So I'm going to pray that the eating problems and the lack of exercise, we're going to pray that whatever is causing all of that gets taken care of. And then eventually your diabetes will fall into play. Oh, what? You would have thought he told them to go jump in the river. Church folks didn't want to hear that. He said, well, what are we supposed to be talking about? We jumping all day talking about you about to get $100,000 or something. Like, you can't get that if you ain't healthy. Right? So, definitely we need to talk to our church leaders about embracing the wholeness of who we are. The wholeness. Tia said mind, body, and spirit. And I'm going to go a little bit further with that and say emotions, mind, physical, that's your body, your spirit, and your finances. We are 5 parts. And I was asked to talk about a work-life balance. And that is not going to be the full topic here, because we get caught up in this balance in this word. And it is really not real, y'all. Y'all know that. Like, balance is a scale. It's saying, it's equal. We want evenness. Oh, I'm so balanced. No, well, you're not going to be all the time. Or the balance of, like, you balance a ball, right? But even in balancing, you're stand on one foot and see how you can manage that. You're still wobbling, your heart beating fast, you're nervous, you think you're gonna fall, but you're balanced. Who wants to live like that? I don't want to live like that. We're 5 parts: mind, body, spirit, emotions, and finances. 5 parts. Well, if that was a balance, that means I would be 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. But if my emotions are so wrecked, I might need to spend a little more time on my emotional health and maybe not exercise as much. So am I considered out of balance then? Well, no, I'm not out of balance, because I'm giving that part of me that needs more attention what it needs. So I'm still creating this sense of, I want you all to get with the word harmony. You want to be in harmony. When we talk about wholeness, we talk about all of us, all these 5 parts of us being without the absence of disease. I'm whole because I'm not diseased. I love how Tia put out there, dis-ease causes disease. That's very true. Okay, so balance is an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. And that is really what we want. We want to be upright and steady. Well, we're humans, and it's a lot of pieces to us, a lot of fragmentation, a lot of hurt, a lot of weight that can be emotional weight or physical weight. And sometimes we're just not going to be like that. But that doesn't mean that we're sick. It's like sometimes I hear, I just want to be bad. I want my work-life balance. I'm doing too much. You can control that. Let's not get caught up in this language that's floating around in the community too. I feel like sometimes people just saying stuff they heard. Oh yeah, I need a work-life balance too. Well, what's wrong with the life you got? Comparison. Well, she just seems like she's got it all. She works and takes care of her kids, and that you do the same thing. Well, why is yours bad? That comparison will cause you to have depression, anxiety, and all kinds of mental health problems. Those problems lead to physical problems. We don't have to compare ourselves to anyone, especially like my great grandma said, 4 feet in the bed, your two know nothing that's going on. You don't know what these people are doing in their homes. You don't know the problems they have. You think people got it going on. No, they don't. They think you got it going on. They want to be you. But you still idolizing their lives and all these different things. And you have to stop that because that affects your emotional health, which is going to affect your mental health, right? Also, balance is to establish equal or appropriate portions of elements. So it doesn't have to be equal as long as it's appropriate. Understand, it doesn't have to be 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, as long as it's appropriate. If I already got an 850 credit score, why do I have to keep spending all this time on finances, credit? I already got an 850 credit score, but I weigh 400 pounds and the doctor told me I got to have surgery. I need to be spending some time on my mental health and my physical health. So the appropriate proportions need to be thought of as a way of balance. See, sometimes we've spent so much on one thing that we've neglected the other things. When we want to be in harmony, that's peace. Peace. Harmony is agreement. All of these parts of us aren't fighting and battling back and forth. And my mind is at rest today, but tomorrow my heart is racing because I'm all upset about something else. And we want to be in agreement with all of these parts of us. Harmony is the quality of forming a pleasing and consistent whole. Consistency. We're all over the place. We go here, we go there, we do this, we do that, we run and jump. My mug says focused. Focused. And people are not focused because they don't have a purpose. If you don't have a true purpose and people, I don't know where my money went. I just did this, did that. Well, because you don't have any purpose for it anyway. You don't have any purpose for your home. Like there's no goals for your family. There's no purpose. Kids run all over, do anything, go anywhere. Oh, they play this sport, that sport. They go here, they do that. I don't know. I just let them do everything. Because there's no purpose. There's no focus. If you don't have a purpose and you don't know that you need your body to live, you're going to eat and do whatever you want to do. Well, no matter. I'll be dead anyway. Oh, well. Where'd that thought process come from? I'm not worthy anyway. I'm not being used. I don't matter. Where'd that come from? That's something in the mind, something in the emotions. Now it's affected your body. You didn't learn it in church, so your spirit is weak. And with no purpose, you just spending money doing everything. So all these 5 parts of you are all out of whack. And then you have the nerve to say, I need some work-life balance. No, you need total, whole redo. The whole thing redone, because it's all jacked. And I can say that because I've been jacked. Still got some jacked, working on it. It happens. So harmony, somebody write harmony. Again, you want harmony. You want to be consistent and whole, okay? How do we get to this point? Oh, understanding who you are, right? Understanding that there's some things out of whack. Some people think that, you know, like Tia said, we can go to the doctor, we're going to get this medicine. I'm going to give you a few tricks because we want to learn some stuff here, especially Black women. Y'all better learn some stuff. Hashtag strong Black woman. That's dumb. It's over. It needs to be tossed into the sea of forgetfulness. Hashtag healed Black woman. Can we say that? Hashtag healed Black woman. Because see, when we do that hashtag strong Black woman, that means we just keep putting it on, keep putting it on, keep putting it on. I can take it, I can take it, I can take it. You could keep lying to me. You could keep beating me. You could keep cheating on me. You could keep treating me like dirt. You can keep raping me. You could keep abusing me. You could keep talking about me. You can keep doing everything to me because I'm a hashtag strong Black woman. My mama took it. My grandma took it. I'm going to take it. My kids going to take it. My daughter going to take it. We're going to just keep it going on down the line. We strong Black women. Oh, I ain't got to tell nobody nothing. I don't need no therapist. What? I don't need no counselor. Ain't nobody going to come in here and tell me. They don't know me. We all know you. We all know you. You bitter. You mean. Your business ain't getting off the ground. Your body is sick. Your mind is sick. You broke. We all know you. Some of us have been you. So your hashtag strong Black woman, throw that away because you're not strong. You're abused. You're hurt. You're broken and you're beaten down. That's what you are. So when you can admit that and come to the reality of what you really are and quit trying to fake that you're so strong because you're taking on abuse, then you can start to get to some healing and then you can get to harmony. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. And if you're being triggered, if you got to step out the room, do whatever you got to do to pull yourself together. But today is the day to start this month off with the wholeness and the healing that we need. And these sisters got this thing put together where next week is going to fall right into what I'm saying about these finances being an emotional stressor and burden for some of us. And you need to be there next week, I'm telling you. As far as right now, hashtag healed Black woman. From this day forward, we're not taking in all of this negativity just because we're trying to be strong. Once you get healed, you can be strong because then you have the tools to handle certain things and to be able to navigate stress. And you'll know your boundaries and your limitations. I don't want to be strong so I can go back and be abused again. I don't want to be strong so I can take on all of that negativity again. No. I want to be strong so I can build my business. I can find my mate. I can walk in goodness and mercy with my children. I can worship God. Some of us are not truly worshiping, whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, wherever you are out there listening, you're not doing none of it. Oh, I go to church. I don't care where you go. I go to the mosque and I pray 3 times a day. Them stale, dry prayers, because you all jacked up spiritually. toe up. Allah is like, what are you doing? Get your mind right. The poor little Buddha, you done rubbed his belly off and ain't nothing happened because you toe up. You don't even have faith in what you're doing. I'm going to need you to stop. I'm going to need you to get healed. Jesus gonna fix it. Jesus like, I done told you to go to the doctor. I said in Proverbs, in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. Some of y'all are praying, read the book. You want a manual, read it. Everything in your life, Christian folks, is in the Bible. The abuse, the neglect, the hunger, the finances, the pain, the everything, it's all in there. With testament to how you can proceed and be healed. But we keep running. Won't somebody tell us something? Do some. Slow down is your number one tool. That's the number one tool today to how to get to harmony. Slow down. We don't want to slow down because we don't want to sit with ourselves. We sit with ourselves and it's so ugly. Oh, and it feels so bad. And then you got to look at it in the mirror. You got to think about all this stuff that didn't happen to you. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to keep running. The number one tool, slow down. And some of you don't even need to slow down. You need to stop and recalibrate. You do. You need to just stop. Put the brakes on, as I call it. Stop and learn to breathe and get that journal out and write down these hurts and these pains. Stop and do some research and find you a therapist and a counselor and a physician, a financial coach. Stop and find someone who works with trauma, real trauma. Quit being scared. Oh, them white people ain't no black counselors. The white counselor gonna call the police on me. They traumatized me. They did. No, interview the counselor, interview the white man, white doctor, whoever it is. Interview them just like you would interview anybody else and find out what their competency and responsiveness levels are. And go get you some help, because right now you just steady making excuses. Everybody is not out to get you. That's some of our trauma that we got going on. I get it. But you need to slow down and do the work to find the people that can help you. You know good and well you need a financial coach. You know it. Well, if I had money, I wouldn't need a coach. Yeah. Invest in the money instead of in the food that you keep overeating and buying because you're not taking care of your financial and your emotional health. You have the money. I promise you, you do. It's too many people out here that have reasonable rates in skills that are to still good. You can get done what you need done. The next thing you need to do is stop with these societal norms. Oh, I'm supposed to look this way. You're supposed to look how you look when you're healthy. And if you are healthy, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, and physically, and you look a little bigger than somebody else, then, oh, well, are you healthy? Quit trying to be what, I don't know, what these society people say. And think about how you feel more so than you look. People look glamorous and lashes and hair and nails, and they look, but how do they feel? Right? How do they feel on the inside? How does their mind process how they look? And women, I'm telling you right now to practice every day. When someone gives you a compliment, breathe and say, thank you. That's it. All this, oh, girl, no, you the one. Oh, no, you, thank you. Oh, you think so? I needed a little makeup today, girl. Thank you. Women don't know how to take compliments. I don't need all that. I don't need, yes, you do. And what about maybe they need to learn to give compliments? You might be the one they're practicing on. Thank you. It's something out here in the air where we feel like we got to make excuses for being good. Excuses for being attractive. Excuses for having some fly earrings. Thank you. I already know they dope. I ain't really need your compliment, but thank you. It's just a thank you. Learn to accept that. When you start learning to accept that, it's going to build some confidence. Your shoulder's going to come back. I talked to some ladies not so long ago. I said, pull your shoulders back. That's what my doctor had to tell me. She said, you know, we raising a whole generation of hunchbacks. Like why do women walk around and what you doing? Pull your shoulders back. And you know that it's a problem because when you do it, you feel the pain in here because these muscles are all out of whack. Right now, sit up in your chairs, wherever you are. Just pull your shoulders back. Can you feel that stretch in here? Anybody can feel that stretch in there and across your shoulders? That's because you're making yourself a hunchback because you're used to just sitting like this. Pull your shoulders back. Stand up straight. When you walk in a room, command some attention. Well, I don't want nobody looking at me. They see you anyway, so they might as well see you as proud of who you are. And if you're not proud of who you are right now, be proud of who your ancestors were and what they did. Walk through them right now until you can walk through yourself. Mind, body, spirit, emotions, and finances, all in harmony, you will be unstoppable. You will be doing what you were created to do, but you have to determine, what is my purpose? When you get that purpose together, all of these things will come together. Go to counseling, therapy, coaching, whatever you want to call it, clinical mentoring, I renamed it. This is my mentor. You know good and well I'm your therapist, but if you want me to be your mentor, that's fine too. I don't care what you call it. Just call me Miss Marla and come sit down up in here and let's talk about whatever's going on. I don't need a title. I don't need none of that. I need to know that you're doing the work. I had a client tell me that since the first day we met, he hadn't had a panic attack. And I don't know, that was months ago. I said, really? What you doing? He said, I did what you said. Oh, this is my kind of client. Go see somebody and do what the people say. Healing is scary. When you go have surgery, I don't know anybody like, oh, girl, you know, whatever. I just had my kidney taken out and it was cool. I'm good, whatever. No. But you needed it done because you needed to be healed. Healing is scary. I don't know people that come. I've had 6'4" men come in and looking at me like, are you Miss Marla? What is wrong with you? Stand up. What am I going to do to you? Because it's scary to trust somebody with your emotions and all that you've been through and put that out. And then you don't know how you going to feel when stuff starts coming out. So it is scary, but that's one of your things to do is interview a therapist. I can give you recommendations if you want to hit me up later. But right now, I need you to be aware that you are all 5 things and you need to work on those things and you need to practice being in harmony. The balance may not always be there. Right now, I'm not balanced. I need the support of my family because I promise you this school is killing me. But I'm in harmony because I got that support and, you know, I can do this. And when I get stressed out, I got a therapist. Yes, therapists have therapists. Yes, I have a counselor. I have a coach. I have mentors. I have people that I go to. I didn't have time last month to clean my house. I paid a housekeeper. That means I had to focus and see an extra client to make sure that I could pay the housekeeper. Don't tell me you can't come up with the money that you need to do what you need to stay in harmony. Because one thing I'm not going to have is a nasty house. That's just me, y'all. So are there any questions about how to harmonize? How to recognize stress? Anything, anybody?
I just need to know, is the couch open? Is Ms. Marla's couch open? I need to come lay on the couch.
Dorlita said, can I please get on the couch? Oh, anybody else? Any comments? I thank Tia Mac for opening the door and leading the way and making it so easy to speak with you all. I've been very excited about this. Anytime women say, you know, I'm ready, I want this balance and help me, I am all for that. So I'm thankful for the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I feel like Tia led us into the whooping we was about to get. And it was an awesome whooping. Don't walk away from here feeling offended by anything that was said, because it was some stuff that we truly needed. I know I did. It's a couple of things you said. I'm gonna have to go back and then you're gonna see me email you up and be like, Miss Marla, you said. And I'm trying to say that, yes, that's me. Okay, we got a question from Rayne.
First of all, let me say, woo, child, okay?
Amen.
You was pulling back souls too, okay? Love it. But I have a question. How do we normalize going to get counseling and the mental health that we need in our community and even amongst our family members? Because I'm gonna tell you, like, I have a lot of friends that are some, you know, rich and white, and all them rich and white folks, it's a part of their life to have that. Like, why are we not doing this?
A lot of it is historical. When we told things, we got in trouble, right? And so we passed that on for generations. And the secrecy, you don't want to let people see your weaknesses or that there's a problem, because we've always had to be better. We've always had to look a certain way, do more. And so it just became whatever happens in my house stays in my house. And we're just realizing how we can actually talk about mental health. And there are a lot of people in different cultures that they have the same stigma. Mental health has not gotten to be what it is amongst other populations because of money only. Some of it is they have the same stigmas, like immigrants, especially people coming over from Europe, from different places overseas. They're not coming to talk about anything, and we'll let it be known. The Latinx population, I've had Hispanic and Latinx clients, like they start talking Spanish in order to not talk. I'm like, are you kidding me? That, you know, so the stigma has to be broken by normalizing it in your own home, Rayne. Having these conversations with your children. Tell me how you feel today. If they're small children, they may not know the words. So you have the pictures of the emojis so they can point and say, oh, I felt like this, or this happened. You normalizing the conversation. Oh, mom went to counseling today and I felt really good after I talked to somebody, right? When we asking children how they feel, not just talking about their bodies. Telling the doctor, my kid needs a physical, but they also need a mental health assessment. That's a part of your wellness check. That should be happening all the time, but we don't ever talk about it. We have to change the language and normalize it in our homes, in ourselves, and then spread it out to our communities. Tijuana.
All right, so I just wanted to say that was so on the topic. I know I've sent that link to you, but I dropped it in the chat. Girl Get Up by Tasha Cobbs. That right there, which y'all just spoke on tonight, when I say it's gonna make you cry if you ain't never seen it, it's gonna make you shout, it's gonna take you through every emotion. But I promise you, everything you speak on, that wholeness is so true. And if we stop, pause, and listen to God, he will begin to help us heal until we can get to wherever we need to get to, because at the end of the day, we cannot do it by ourselves. And so, Soror, I thank you because you helped me get to that place. Tia, I've watched Tia and, Marci, you guys being strong women and giving of yourself. We have to continue to give. When we get, we got to give. Yes. And that's how we're going to continue to heal each household, each child. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I thank y'all. And I'm so glad I jumped on here tonight.
Thank you, Tijuana. Angel Franklin.
Hello.
Hi, Angel.
Hi. That was a great excerpt, Marla. I am excited to hear that a Black woman, a Black educated woman is, speaking to us in such a way that wakes us up. Like Dorlita said, a whooping. You whooped us to listen. And I'm not offended at all. I appreciate the manner in which you spoke because you got my attention. But I just want to make a comment that mental health is very important. And I think that when I made a journey for myself, I recognized that I was caught in a pattern. And I noticed that I started, every time something happened, every job I was on, every group of friends I was in, I was having the same exact outcome. And I got tired of the pattern. And I said, I got to talk to somebody. And talking to my friends, talking to my mother, it's not helping. I got to talk to somebody who is non-objective, who's don't know me, and who won't try to protect my feelings.
Yeah.
But it's the way professionally that they can, protect your feelings, but just tell you the truth. And so
they don't have any bias towards you. They're just working.
Right.
A lot of times people think that about going to therapy, like, oh, they're going to be this and that. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, I don't. And I hate to say, like, I don't care. I care about the person and what it is that they're bringing, but right. I don't have any personal connection to them like that. I'm doing my work. I'm trained to listen in a way that is very different than your mama and your friends.
That's right. Yeah.
So I encourage you to do that.
Yeah, it broke the pattern. So that goes for finances, that go for emotional patterns, that go for getting to the next level patterns. Like you just stay in the same level. You can never, get your bills paid. You can never save $1. All of those things are patterns, and breaking the pattern. I come from a community where we didn't go to counseling, but I thank God that he broke even that pattern, that thought pattern. I needed to talk to somebody, so I did.
Amen. Thank you for sharing your testimony. Some of it is implicit bias too, guys. We've picked up for years that we hear things, and so our brain processes it as okay. We have to change our language. So when you say things like Black people got bad credit, Black people ain't got no money, Black people ain't got it, your brain processes that, and your behavior is going to do what you said. Oh, white people got good credit. White people get no, I have plenty of white friends who can't buy a popsicle stick. People who are uneducated about money have bad credit, or maybe someone who got divorced, or maybe someone who got sick. I'm telling you, don't miss Tasha and the people next week. Tasha Reed Outlaw and I did 2 sessions on mental health and money in the summer and one in the fall. They were exceptional. People got their minds opened up like, whoa, this is when your money not right, baby, your mind ain't right. And when your mind ain't right, your body gonna hurt. I'm just telling you, stop saying negative things. Stop it. And then your kids hear it. Oh, my mama said money burn hole in your pocket. So then your kids spend all their money because this is what I've heard. We can change this stuff. Remember, we don't decide our future. Our habits decide our futures. We have to change our habits. And we can do it. We can do it.
Ms. Marla,
we got anybody else, Dorlita?
We got some folks that's watching in the Facebook group, the Diamond Entrepreneur Facebook group. And so you can't see their comments right now. My husband is in there watching. He said, she make me feel like I need a counselor. That's my husband. We gonna be on the couch together.
You do. Black men, please get your mental health together. Quit taking on the weight of the world. And then you die early of heart disease and leave us here.
Amen. Amen.
Tell him thank you.
All right. So can you share your contact information? We've dropped it in the chat. I think it's dropped in there twice for people if you want to copy it. But I'm going to let you announce your contact information for folks that may want to contact you.
My email address is long, so I'm going to type it: mentoring moments with an S, LLC @gmail.com. I don't know what the Facebook thing is. Y'all, I'm old. I got menopause. I don't know nothing.
Well, we can find you by your name, right?
The name is Marla L. Godette, and then on Facebook, Marla L. Godette. And Tiwana helped me do everything because I'd be like, I don't know. I need your IT help, sis. Dorlita, awesome. I need IT. And then really the best thing to do is just text me. People like, I can't believe you put your phone number out there. People know everything they want to know about you. It's all right. This 2021. And then my Twitter is the wife-in-law or @the-wife-in-law. And my IG is Marla Godette.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Look, those that didn't show up, they missed such a treat on tonight. This was amazing. And I will be going back to watch this again because these were phenomenal words. I want to thank both of you ladies for taking your time, spending your time here with us on this evening. It was phenomenal. We truly appreciate you. I don't know how much we could do or give back for what you've given unto us, but we truly do appreciate you. And I do have some gifts for y'all. I didn't tell y'all before.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm gonna have to get your address afterwards. And I actually will have a gift for you that I'll send to you. If you're in this area, I can just deliver it when I'm out, but I do want to give you at least a token of our appreciation. All right. All right. So if no more questions, y'all use y'all emojis and let's clap for the ladies and the speakers on today. They did a phenomenal job. We have a few closing things. Look, I haven't closed my phone. A few closing things that we want. At first, are there any questions as we get ready to wrap everything up for tonight? If you have any questions, go ahead and put your hand up or drop it into the chat so we can ask it while I'm doing all of the other things, clean up things for tonight. So we have 3 more of these events. They will be on the same day on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Oh, one thing I did put, and it's up in the chat somewhere. I said we need to put that healed hashtag healed Black woman on a t-shirt. All right. We need that on the shirt.
Agreed.
So, okay. All right. So we will be here on the 9th, the 16th, and what is the 23rd? 9th, 16th, and the 23rd. And I know that you do not want to miss those days either. We have 3 speakers for each of those nights. And if it's anything like what we received on tonight, you do not want to miss it. Also, we have a Diamond Entrepreneur group on Facebook. All of you ladies are more than welcome to join the group. If you need it, you can send me a friend request and I can add you to the group, but it is a place for us to do just what we're doing right now, to share tips and resources and to support each other on this journey that we're in, not just in entrepreneurship, but in life. There is so much that we need. There's somebody that could be in there with something that you need, whether it be a word, whether it be a resource, whether it be a tool. It's in that, somebody will be in that group that will be able to provide what you need. And so I welcome all of you ladies, even if you haven't started your business, or you're interested, or you're just interested in the tips, you're still more than welcome to join. So it is Diamond Entrepreneur on Facebook. So join, please. You're in there, go ahead and share it with somebody else, because we're a private group. Many people don't know that we are there, and we'd like to grow that community. I'm telling you, I'm in a group where there are I just saw their post, it's like 456,000 women in this group. And I believe, as helpful as the group is, I think that it is too large, and I don't think that it is dedicated to the Black woman, because you can post in there and it gets completely lost. And so I wanted a place where, we as Black women can support each other, and ain't no shame in that. Ain't no, I don't want you to get more than me. That's not the attitude that we have in this group. This is the attitude. Look, if I'm going, and if I want to get what God has for me, then that means I got to put myself in a position to help somebody else. And that is one of the biggest reasons that I am doing what I am doing, is because I want somebody. I don't want to go by myself. I don't want that attitude. You got to get yours because I'm getting mine. No, I want to take you with me. I want us to go together. That's the way God designed for it to be, for us to go together. When the children of Israel were going into the promised land, there was a promise for them. And when they were going, it wasn't just Moses. He promised Moses, but Moses wasn't going by himself. There was a whole people that he was going to take with him. And when his job was done, and Joshua came along to take the people into the promised land, it still was not just Joshua. He had to send 10 spies, even though him and I can't think, what's his name? Not Cain. What's his name? That went with them, the 2 that entered in. It still was more than one. It took all of them to march around, the place. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't even. Caleb, all right? And then the wall of Jericho. In order for the wall of Jericho to fall down, it took more than Joshua. He couldn't march by himself. It took him and all of the priests and the people to march around. And so it takes more than just ourselves for us to be able to do the things that we desire to do, to receive the promises that God has made to us. And so that's what the group is about. It's about that. Even, I ain't saying it's just for saved folks. There's some folks who not saved. They can join. Maybe they get a word. Maybe they get something out of that. Because I'm telling you, the Christian thing, the speaking the gospel is down in my soul. I can't help it. That's who I've become because of my relationship with Christ. So that group is available. Invite anybody that you know that could benefit from these things. Invite them to join. Don't be afraid to put in your comments, your questions, your concerns. This is not something that we want to go and talk about you about, but this is a place where we want to help you. We want to help each other. It's called Diamond Entrepreneur. Diamond Entrepreneur is the name of the group. All right, so you can join the group, invite others to attend. And also there's one other announcement that I want to make that I am currently working on, and I already shared it with Marci, but I'm in the works of building, so I build mobile apps. So I'm in the process of building the Diamond Entrepreneur Society mobile app. And it basically will be a place where these series will be put in the app. We will have a place that where we can network according to your state and your city. And also there will be a directory of businesses. So you can find businesses, and there will also be, what else did I put in there? Marci, hold on. Look, I'm in the building stage, so I got a whole lot of stuff up in there. And it might make, yeah, it's gonna make me sign in. Never mind. But there will be a few things. So the networking, the directory, educating us. One of the ways is through these videos and whatever resources we have or I have that I can make available to you for your business, for your journey, for whatever the case it is. We're working on that. And so I just kind of want to gauge how many people that are here right now that would be interested in something like that. If you are or would be, just kind of raise your hand and let me know if it's something. All right, cool. I'm going to need an app. All right, yeah, they are. And so why the reason apps are so important to me is because with our social media, don't get me wrong, they are great, but we don't have control of that. But with your own mobile app, and this is the technical side of me, your own mobile app, your own website, those things you control. You control what you post, you control how you reach your audience, you control how you reach the people. And Facebook and Instagram not doing that. Because let me tell you, I've had, for my ministry, I had an Instagram account for, I don't know, the better half of probably 2015, 14, 15 for my business, for Hidden in God. And a couple of months ago, Instagram deleted my account. Never said that I broke community guidelines, none of that. They just deleted my Instagram account. So I lost all of those posts that have gone up over the years and my connection to the people that were following me on Instagram. I went through all of their process where I had to send in my picture holding up this piece of paper with my identity and all of that. And they still never gave me back my account. But I ain't mad about it because I still have the website. I still got Facebook with over 4,000 followers on the Facebook page, but I have my website and I also have the Hidden in God mobile app. So I ain't mad at them for taking Instagram down. I still have a community that I can reach and I control that reach. With a mobile app, you put yourself in the hand of your consumer or your customer or your user. You are in their hand literally to be able to reach them at any moment. And Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn don't give you that kind of access to your customers. So that's one of the reasons that I do. Yeah, that's what I heard too, about the Christian language. So I ain't even worried about it. I ain't trying to start a new Instagram page for that. I'm just use what I already got. I say it must be a reason God allowed them to take that down. So I'm not even worried about it. But that's one of the reasons that I'm an advocate of having your own website and even your own mobile app. And I'm in a place now to make it much easier for people to have a mobile app without having to spend those thousands of dollars, because it can cost you anywhere from a good maybe $15,000 to $100,000 for a company to build you a mobile app. God has allowed us to come into a place where we can do that without having to spend that kind of money. So I'm excited to be able to do that and to offer that type of service to people in business, people like us, small businesses trying to come along. So that's pretty much what I have. And I'll turn it over to Marci for any closing remarks that she might have.
I don't have much to say. You pretty much said everything. I just want to thank Tia and Marla again for taking the time out to share all of this wonderful information with us today. And if you can make it to any of the other Tuesdays, we got great information. You know, next week is going to be about finances with Tasha Reed Outlaw, Consuela Hopkins, Shell Green. The week after that is, I don't know what it is. What is it, Dorlita?
Say that one more time. I was typing a message.
Week of the 16th.
The 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd.
I don't remember what they are, but just come on Tuesday, every Tuesday from 7 to 9. Great information, great speakers. And I thank everyone for tuning in and checking us out today.
Thank you. Is there anyone who has either one of the speakers have anything that you want to say before we close out? Do I need to unmute? All right. Well, thank you all so much. I pray that, and it's just going to be sure, Father, that whatever was said on today, that each and every person would take it to heart, meditate it, or allow it to sink in and allow you to do the work that you desire to do in them, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Amen. So it was a pleasure being a host for you all. I am excited about the next event, which will be on next Tuesday at 7 p.m. same time. If you want to come back, you can use the same link that you have for today. It is the same, and we will meet you here at 7 p.m. Tuesday the 9th. All right. Have a great evening, ladies. Bye.